four kinds of Mahabhuta. They are there all together. They are there, together. You cannot divide them up. The element of hardness will be there. The element of cohesion will be there also. The element of temperature will be there also. The element of wind will be doing its part of support, pushing, pulling, etc. So all the time they are there together. You cannot divide them. So when they combine together, there are physical elements appear. For example, the element of sight, element of smell, element of taste, and element of oja. For example, the flower is very soft. But in a grain of flour, there are four elements present. We cannot see with our own eye. Maybe if we put the flower behind the microscope, we may find that they are combination of the four elements. Now, in one grain of the flour, the site may not be so predominant. What we mean here is, if we put little bit of water to the flour, and if we heat this mixture, we will see that there is a particular color to it. As a single grain, we will not see the color of the flour. But if we put them together and mix with a little bit of water and heat it up, we can see the color. Now, even without heating it, if we just put a little bit of water, we can see the color of the flour. But the color was present in the original grain, but we cannot see it, although the color was there. Only when we have a combination of many grains of flour, and by addition of little water, we can see the color of the flour. Similarly, there is a sort of an odor to it. In the single grain, we cannot pick out the odor. As a combination of many grains of the flour, we can pick out the odor. This is quite evident. The taste also, it is there in the original one grain of flour. But from one grain, we cannot get the taste of the flour. Only when we combine them together, we can have a taste of the flour. Now there is an element of cohesion present there. And there is an element of oja. Oja is something that is present in the element of the taste. It is more or less like a nutrition part of the taste. All these things we cannot pick out from one grain of the element, also one grain of the flour. Only when the flour has combined together because of the element of cohesion, we can find out all these physical properties such as the color, taste, oja, etc.
ဒီပိုက်ဆိုင်ရာမှာအဲ့ဒီခြေကတက်ကြီးလေးပါးနဲ့ဟိုကအစင်းအနက်အရသာဟောစာရေးပါတော့တပေါင်းကြီးပါနေတယ်သူကတော့ခွဲလို့မရဘူးတွဲနေတာသူကလည်းကောင်းမလေးကိုပုံကြီးရတယ်ဖဲ့တယ်လို့ဆိုအဲ့အပဲ့ထဲမှာလည်းဒီအဝတ်ဒီလိုပါတော့အစင်းအနက်အရသာအစင်းအနက်အရသာဟောစာရေးပါတော့Bueno, una money yoga no mungu ne malo mpaba wo amalo buduza sipo
mingu ne malo mungu na jili ba me to be over. So in physical phenomena, all these four elements of the four different elements, the sight, the taste, and oja are present, but we cannot divide them. For example, when we take a little piece of bread, all the elements, including the other sight, taste, oja are present, but we cannot divide them up.
Clearly, interesting.
Interesting. Who was it? Who was it? Who?
That cannot be disputed.
The wider.
The Taji Leva Apodaga Luay Janet Tui were Kilo Yago, Kilo, Kusanji Mara, Tura Luira, down at the end of the Yeta, to it, I would have people years ago, they do it.
Out of the 4 elements, apart from the element of Apo, the other 3 are tangible. Because the phenomena of Apo is very subtle. We cannot feel it when we touch.
Let me give you the you would have let us say you would have a doing. You are a bit. You can either see it, headed up here, married up here. They are going to give your society, society, Ferrari, and things will Santa Lucia. So, Shimati Abulas, Peter People. But we got it, marketed. Maraga Patuli, Keraga Abo,
for instance, when we dip our finger into the cold water, we can only experience the cold, but not the element of the cohesion. On the other hand, if we dip our finger into the warm water, we can feel the temperature only, but not the element of cohesion. Because this element of cohesion, Apo, is very subtle. But only, even if we cannot experience it, we can know that there is element of Apo. Because in things that are very hard, we can say that element of Pathavi is present. But since we know that this thing is a lump, we can safely conclude that there is an element of cohesion involved, otherwise it will not be a lump.
Whatever the Karama, who carry that, if any that, who is a disorder, has a border, who even disorder, very good, head up with the two G said there, head of it, they move the ship. Garagama, Korea, Joria, told on the meeting, Tindi Yidi, but here I told on you, Tindi Yidi, and do that. Down at Dennis, while you're that, feeling that's going. I didn't feel that's going while you're on it. Don't say it, think say it. I didn't wait with him. How are you saying?
So what shadow means here is, we cannot experience the phenomena of Apo separately. We can experience this in combination with other 3 elements. Shadow has already explained to you about how we can experience Apo in combination with Pathavi. Now going further, sometimes in our body we find a warm hardness. The warmth is the element of Tejo. hardness happens because of the element of Apo. So here we experience Apo in combination with the other element. Here is Tejo. Sometimes we feel stiff or hard, a stiff sort of a lump in our body. So in this case, the stiffness is due to Vayo, the other element, but the lump is due to the element of Apo. Here again, we experience the element of Apo in combination with another element. In this case, is the element of Vayo.
So Papa the word of Dia, Ata, your union is a attack for a Patudan and 2 every year, so that the deal. 2 years dead, so that the deal. William,
Sometimes we sweat, but we cannot feel the moistness or the sweat. When we touch our sweating face, we only feel the softness of our face, the flesh of our face. We do not feel the moistness, but we experience this moistness in association with the element of Patawi, which is our flesh here.
The Gileva, Piluya, but we did over. Very dirty. Put up what I do. တွေ့လို့ရသကောင်ထိလို့ရသကောင်သုံးသပ်လို့ရသကောင်နဲ့ဘုဒ္ဓဘာသာယုတ်ကြည်လို့ခေါ်ပါတယ်
So among the 4 elements, the element of Patawi, Tejo, Vayo is known as Potapa in Pali. In other words, we can feel it, it is tangible, we can experience it.
အဲ့ဒီအတွေ့တွေက ကျင်းတ်ဆရာကောင်းတဲ့နုညံ့တင်မှုတွေတွေ့ရရှိကျန်တဲ့နဲ့ကျင်းတ်ဆရာမကောင်းတဲ့မကြိုက်ဆရာအတွေ့တွေလည်းရှိတယ်ခါမှာနုညံ့တင်မှုတွေကြိုက်ဆရာအတွေ့တွေခါမှာလည်းပဲကျန်တမ်းပြီးတော့မကြိုက်ဆရာမနစ်မြို့ဆရာအတွေ့တွေရှိပါတယ်တွေ့တွေဖြစ်တတ်တာ
So when we touch this, we can have satisfactory touching or unsatisfactory touching. Sometimes satisfactory means it will be subtle, soft, but sometimes it can be rough.
နှစ်သက်ဖွယ်ရလိုအပ်တဲ့အတွေ့ကောင်းလေးတွေနဲ့တွေ့သွားတဲ့အခါမျိုးမှာထိသွားတဲ့အခါမျိုးမှာတတိမလိုက်နိုင်လို့ရှိရင်တတိယမှာတစ်ဆင့်ပေါ့လေ အတိမပါလို့ရှိရင်အဲ့ဒါကြီးမက်ဆီယာလေးတွေပဲတာယာကြာလေးတွေပဲအဲ့ဒီမက်ဆီယာတာယာကြာလေးတွေတာယာမေမောတတ်ပါတယ်ဒီတာယာမေမောတာဟာလောဘရာဂခေါ်ပါတယ်ဒါတော့အဲ့ဒီလိုလောဘမျိုးမဖြစ်ရအောင်လို့လူညာတင်မှုတွေအတွေ့လေးတွေထိသွားတဲ့အခါမှာတတိထားရတယ်တိအောင်လည်းလုပ်ရတယ်တတိထားတော့ တတိပဋ္ဌာန်းလို့ရှိအရှိဟုံနဲ့ကမေမောမှုတွေလာတဲ့တတိထားလိုက်တော့မေမောမှုအရှိပြေသွားတယ်တိသွားလို့ရှိမေမောမှုအရှိပြတ်သွားတယ်ဒီတက်တွေကိုသူ့ဖြစ်ခိုက်လိုက်ပြီးတော့ရှုမှတ်ရတာအဲ့ဒါကိုကြည့်ပြီးတော့ဒီပုံမှာလက်ချင်နဲ့တွေ့လဲမဲ့မှုမဖြစ်ရအောင်လောဘမဖြစ်အောင်ရှုသိရပဲဆိုတော့ဒါရည်ရွယ်ချက်တယ်
Now So here we have pleasurable, unpleasurable sensation. When we touch, we can feel softness. It is pleasurable to us. In this instance, if we are not mindful, we will not have knowledge about this sensual pleasure. So we will think that it is pleasurable. We will have craving on it. And from there we'll have greed and raga, lust. They will appear. So to stop all these things from arising, we have to be mindful. And we have to try so that we will have knowledge about them. Otherwise, we will have craving, we will have greed, we will have lust on it. So the idea is, whenever we experience pleasurable things, we have to be mindful.
တတိမထားတော့ခုနအတွေ့ကောင်းလေးပေါ်မှာတက်မဲ့တဲ့လူကျင်တဲ့သဘောကရည်စည်းကြောင်းကြီးလူကတော့အရှိန်နဲ့ဆက်သွားတယ်တတိထားတော့အရှိန်တည်သွားတယ်တိသွားတော့အရှိန်မှပြတ်သွားတယ်အဲ့တော့တတိနဲ့ရအောင်လုပ်ရတယ်ပြတ်အောင်အရှိန်ရအောင်လုပ်ရတယ်အရှိန်တည်အောင်လုပ်ရတယ်တတိနဲ့ကအရှိန်ပြတ်အောင်လုပ်ရတယ်အဲ့တော့ဒီဟာဒီအရှိန်ရအောင်အရှိန်ပြတ်အောင်ပြုလုပ်တဲ့သဘောတရားအလုပ်
If we are not mindful, we will have craving, we will have greed, and this will be flowing like a stream of water. The momentum will be very great. If, on the other hand, if we are mindful and if we have knowledge on them, the momentum can be stopped, the momentum can be weakened. This sort of work is no other than practicing meditation.
အဲ့ဒီကတွေးလို့ရစကောင်းတဲ့ဟာတွေကအတွေ့အစိုးတွေရှိတယ်။ဒီမှာကျန်တဲ့နှစ်တဲ့ဘုံမကြိုက်အဲ့ဒါတွေနဲ့တွေ့ပြီဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တတိမရှိတဲ့ပုဂ္ဂိုလ်ကတော့အဲ့ဒီလိုမကျင်နှံ့မှုတွေစိတ်မရှုံကြမှုတွေဒီစီးမှုတွေသွားတယ်စီးရှင်းတယ်တလုံးလုံးကမပြီးတော့အဲ့တော့ကျန်တဲ့နဲ့တွေ့တဲ့အခါမှာတတိထားလိုက်လို့ရှိရင်ဟုတ်လားမကျင်နှံ့မှုကအစစိတ်မရှုံကြဘူးအရှင်ရတော့သိရလို့ရှိရင်အရှင်နဲ့ပြတ်တော့ရအောင်ပြတ်ဒီနည်းနဲ့ပဲဒေါသရောစိတ်မရှုံကြဘူးရောမဆက်တော့အဲ့ဒီလိုကြိုးရအောင်ကျန်တဲ့တွေ့တဲ့အခါမှာရှုမှတ်ရတယ်ပြီးတော့အဲ့ဒါညွှန်ချက်ပါ
On the other hand, if we encounter an unpleasant situation, we will not like it, that we dislike, and we will hate it. If we are not mindful, this unsatisfactoriness will be there. It will be flowing like a stream. But if we apply mindfulness, this stream can stop altogether, or it can stop for the moment. So to be beneficial in cases like this, we have to be mindful, we have to contemplate. This is the purpose of the meditation.
ကိုယ်ကတွေ့စိုးတွေ့လို့နေစိုးထားခဲ့တဲ့အခါမှာသိချင်စားတာ
So it is very evident when we encounter bad experience that we will become unsatisfactory.
ကျင့်မှုဒေါသနဲ့စိတ်မရွှေပြမှုဒေါမနတာလည်းမဟုတ်ဘူးအဆိုးတွေးတော့ကောင်းမှုနဲ့ပြောနေလို့ရှိတယ်ဖြစ်တယ်ဒီတော့မကျင့်မှုဒေါသနဲ့စိတ်မရွှေပြမှုဒေါမနတာဖြစ်တယ်အကောက်ပြောတဲ့တဏှာလည်းဖြစ်တတ်ပါတယ်ဒီမှာချင်းအတန်ရှင်းတဲ့ရင်နောက်ကြည့်တဲ့ရင်တောက်နေရလို့ရှိရင်တန်ရှင်းတဲ့ရင်ကိုတောက်လို့တဲ့ဆန္ဒဖြစ်တယ်အတန်ရှင်းတဲ့နောက်ကြည့်တဲ့ရင်တောက်လို့ရှိရင်ဆင်းရဲတယ်ဒါတန်ရှင်းကြည့်နေတဲ့စိတ်ကိုပတ်စင်တာတဏှာလေးဖြစ်တယ်ဒီထဲမှာအတွေ့အကြုံတွေ့နေလို့ရှိရင်အတွေ့အကြုံတွေအလုံးမပါပဲနဲ့ဒါကြီးကြော်လို့ပြီးတော့အတွေ့အကြုံတွေတွေ့နေတာပြောတာပေါ့တဏှာလေးဖြစ်တယ်သတိထားနေလို့ရှိရင်အဆိုးတွေ့လို့အကောင်းပြောတဲ့သဘောတဏှာလည်းပဲဒီလိုပေါ်တော့သိပြီအဲ့ဒါကိုကြည့်ရှိတယ်
When we encounter unsatisfactory situation, we can have anger, we can have domanassa. And apart from that, we will have expectation to experience pleasant things. In other words, craving. We will be having craving. It is like when you have to drink unclean, dirty water. You do not like it. You suffer. At the same time, you hope for clean water. So when we encounter bad experiences, without working on it, we expect or we hope to have good experiences. Why? Because we do not apply mindfulness. If we only apply mindfulness, when we encounter bad experiences, the craving for the good experience will not rise at all.
Yeah. မိညာတိမ်ကိုရဲ့အတွေ့ကောင်းနေပဲတွေ့တွေ့စိုးဝါကျန်တဲ့နဲ့အတွေ့ကောင်းနေပဲတွေ့တွေ့အဲ့ဒါလိုတွေ့လာပြီဆိုလို့ရှိရင်အကောင်းနဲ့တွေ့လို့လည်းလျော့တဲ့သဘောလောဘလည်းမဖြစ်ရအောင်ကောင်းတဲ့ကောင်းနေတာလည်းမဖြစ်ရအောင်စိုးနဲ့တွေ့လို့ရှိရင်စိုးရပါလားဆိုပြီးတော့ကိုယ်စိတ်ကြည့်လိုက်တာအစဉ်ချမ်းမြေ့တာအကောင်းပြောတာအဲ့ဒါမျိုးလည်းမဖြစ်ရအောင်ကောင်းကောင်းဆိုးဆိုးအတွေ့နဲ့တွေ့တဲ့ခါမျိုးမှာသတိထားပြီးတော့မှန်တဲ့ဒီကိုရှိရတယ်ဆိုတာကတတိလေးပါဘုံဘုံထင်ရှားတဲ့တတိကိုပဲရှိရတယ်ကြာခုနညီကြီးတွေဖြစ်ရအောင်ရှိရတယ်ဒီလိုကြည့်
When we encounter soft, pleasurable experiences, we will have greed on it and we will hope for better things. Now when we experience bad things, like very sort of crude touches, dosa will arise in us and we will expect for better things. So whenever we encounter good things or bad things, we have to be mindful. Then only we will come to know the way they are. But that is why we have to be mindful. Now with regard to 4 elements, we have to be mindful when we experience bad or good things, so that we will come to know about them, and that is the purpose.
ဒီတော့တစ်ခါတည်းမှာအတွေ့ကောင်းတယ်လည်းမဟုတ်တွေ့လို့လည်းမဟုတ်အလေလားအတွေ့သဘောလေးတွေလည်းကျုံတတ်ပါတယ်။ဒါပြီးလည်းသင်ရှားပါသင်ရှားတဲ့အလေလားအတွေ့အကြုံလေးတွေနဲ့တွေ့လို့ရှိရင်အစဉ်ပြေစွာနဲ့ပေါ့ထိရအောင်တတိမထားဘူးဆိုလို့ရှိရင်မသိတာဟာအဲ့ဒီသင်ရှားပေါ်တဲ့အလေလားအတွေ့သဘောပုံပါတော့တွေ့သွားတဲ့သဘောစိတ်ပုံမောဖြစ်သွားတဲ့သဘောမပြတ်သားတဲ့သဘောဖြစ်သွားတယ်ဘာမှညာမသိတာအဲ့ဒီဘာမှညာမသိတာသဘောမသိတာမောဟအဲ့ဒီမောဟအမြင်ကြီးတယ်ဖြစ်တတ်တယ်ဒီအလေလားအတွေ့နဲ့တွေ့ပြီးဆိုလို့ရှိရင်လည်းဒီလိုချာဖြစ်လာတဲ့မမှတ်လို့ရှိရင်တော့စိတ်ရဲ့တွေ့ပုံမှမပြတ်သားဘူးမသိဘူးဒီမှာဘူးဖြစ်တယ်အဲ့ဒါမဖြစ်ရအောင်အလေလားတွေ့လို့ရှိရင်လည်းဒီလိုတတိရှိမှရတယ်ဆိုတာရှိမှရတာမောဟမဖြစ်ရအောင်အဲ့ဒီရည်ရည်
Sometimes we will experience intermediate things. It is not pleasurable. On the other hand, it is not unpleasurable. It is in between. This sort of experience sense can be dominant. But if we are not mindful properly, what can happen is our mind can become clouded. We will not be so clear about the objects. We will not be so sharp about this object that arises. In other words, delusion will arise in us. It is a pollution of the mind. If we do not apply mindfulness to this situation, surely we will have delusion. So in order to prevent us from obtaining delusion, we have to be mindful, and this is the purpose. So Sayadaw is not so clear up to now whether your intention is to get similar answers. Even if your intention is not there, you have been okay. So later on, when you ask questions in the future, please be specific. Otherwise, Sayadaw has to gauge about your intention of asking the question. It is not easy to answer like that. Awareness to do with the brain. Now that we cover the D6 solution to the ship. Because Caesar is here, we see, oh no, what you are doing. Oh no, it's set.
We see like oh no, diga how. This is an account share. So, Adia Mutu say a dear Salah, Chowing the area from Javan here. Here, the Boma say her. No time, we have Unhoma Tigala. She died, we have Haria Utuma Tigala. We will in Yaika area from Javan here.
So we go to the next question from U. Kemasari. It is the second question from him. Has awareness anything to do at all with the brain? The answer is the way people think in the Western countries and Eastern countries are different. Western people, they take that the thinking comes from the brain. But in the East, the brain is not the criteria. There are hadiya elements such as eyes, ears, nose, etc. 6 kind of things in our body. And this, in Eastern way of thinking, it is based on this hadiya element. But again, to answer the question, this question is very, very wide.
Which relates to the question asked before, then narrows it down.
First question from Uke Masari. In some practice situations, I find it impossible for awareness to draw close to the object with some clarity, as not just the mind, but awareness itself is hazy and unclear. To just note these as mental states only happens now and then, but never the whole process. Is part of it to be accepted on mere physiological grounds, or is it yet again due to weakness in noting? In some practice situation, so in other words, once in a while, your mind is not clear. So it is not. This does not happen to you only. This happens to many of the yogis. It's quite normal. The awareness, impossible for awareness to draw close to the object with some clarity. And not just the mind, but awareness itself is hazy and unclear. In other words, you are repeating the question. The first, you said, not clear. And second, another sentence, you said hazy and unclear. They are the same thing. Your mind or awareness is not clear. Your mind and awareness is hazy and unclear because you are not complete with the mental energy. Here, mental energy means the factor, jhana factor, like aiming, focusing, aiming your mind towards the object. This is the first factor. Second factor is you must use effort to push the mind towards the object. If these two factors are not complete, your mind, your awareness will not be clear. Shooting an arrow, when you shoot the arrow, you have to aim towards the target so that the path of the arrow will be straight to the target. Not only that, you have to exert energy. With enough energy, you release the arrow. Then only the arrow will go straight to the target and hit the bullseye. Otherwise, if one of the two factors are not present, you will not be hitting the target. Similarly, in meditation practice, if there is no aiming and no effort, your mind will not be clear, and also the object will not be clear to you. Suppose you touch something which is hard and pointed, sharp, with your hand or with your leg. If you touch the object slightly, you will not experience a sensation fully. Only when you touch with your effort, you will experience the sensation. Similarly, when you practice meditation, you have to have mental energy. Then only the object will become clear to you. When the object becomes clear, your mind will be also clear. So there is no way that your mind and your object can become not clear. Now, when you note, there is a factor called vichara, in Pali vichara, V-I-C-A-R-A. It is aiming your mind towards the object. There's another called vita, V-I-T-T-A, vita. That is more or less putting your mind on the object. The third factor is effort. So when you have these three factors, you will be able to note the objects in a very clear manner. When you have a small prick, you don't feel the sensation. But when you have an actual prick, you feel the sensation. Because in the first case, in Pali, what is called phassa, contact, is not so strong. Only when contact is strong, you can feel the sensation. By answering this much, Sayadaw thinks that he has already answered the first question. Awareness, anything at all to do with the brain. Sayadaw thinks that you are asking the question from the point of view of the Western people. At least half an hour. Sayadaw has to answer this in practical aspect as well as from theoretical manner derived from Abhidhamma. Phenomena of hearing, seeing, hearing, smelling, etc. have their basis. The phenomena of thinking depends on these hardya elements. So therefore it can be said that the basis for the mind, there are 6. Sayadaw believes that there is a connection between awareness and the brain. It is like the generator engine and the dynamo. Without one, you cannot have electricity. You need both generator engine and dynamo to get electricity.
Now, the local area, no, this is the
so they believe, they think that in the brain there is awareness, and awareness is based on the brain. We have this kind of belief.
Buddha say really Gaza Savio Patama Gaza Savio say that the family who work setting the two bone. I will not think for it. You clean satiness with everywhere. The water that was set there is clear. The chain of my
But according to Abhidhamma, the mind starts from the time of the conception in the mother's womb. At the time of the combination of spermatozoa and ovary. This kind of subtle mind started with the conception.
I say Dia Wutuha Pamia Pia Mesa and